What are we talking about this week? We're talking about one of those few sabers that you only see one time in the movies. We'll look at that next. That's right. Today we're going to take a look at one of the few sabers you only see one time in all of the movies. Not just the Leia's, which we only saw the one time during the one scene where Luke is training Leia. Not the Ben Solo that we only see literally the one time where we see Ben pull it out as Luke is preparing to possibly attack when he's sensing the dark side in Ben Solo, who becomes Kylo Ren later. Today we're going to look at the yellow-bladed Rey saber that we see at the very, very end of the Rise of Skywalker. Shortly after she buries what we would consider the Legacy Saber set, the Skywalker Legacy Saber set that she buries in the ground that we reviewed just recently. So we're going to take a look at that one today. Here's the box that it comes in. It's got the nice, yellow color Jedi logo matching the yellow color of the blade, and it is the larger box, similar to that of Count Dooku, because this saber is so big. It could not fit inside the standard saber cases. So we'll go ahead and open this thing up, and we'll give you a view of it. So this is what this saber looks like. It looks just like the one that she has in the movie. I think it's very well made as far as the design and stuff, but there are some flaws. There are some things that I think Disney, unfortunately, left on the table with this design. We're going to talk about that. So, here is the saber itself. Looks nice and weathered. It's got the weathering look here on the end. And we know, based on if you really pay attention and look, this saber is essentially designed from, or actually built from, the staff that Rey carries around during the movies. If you watch close enough in the movies, you can actually see that this is, looking at it, this is like the top part of the staff that she has, gutted out and changed into an actual lightsaber. Now, it's got the belt clip on the end here on this cap, and if you can tell there, to be able to hang on a belt on there. But where I think Disney really dropped the ball on this, and I understand a lot of it has to do with the way that the equipment that they use, the switches and things like that, they put this as the activation switch, this little switch right here, instead of making it will activated. Disney screwed that up, in my opinion. I think they could have done much, much better. I don't know if this was rushed, if it was just they couldn't figure out a way to do that, even though there are tons of custom designed sabers out there that actually have this will as the activation switch. It should not have been that hard to go in and take this switch, turn it sideways, put it behind here, and have it where this rotates and turns this switch on and off. Why did they not do it that way? Don't know. Could have been an issue where they may have tried that. They may have tried using this as an activation, and they kept breaking the switch, possibly. That could be an issue that they decided not to do it that way. Not sure, but I think they fell short on the design of this one, with that being the case. Now, with that also, excuse me, I feel that the blade plug that should have came with this one should have had a way of pulling out of here, because on the end you've got these little doors. Well, you have to open every one of these little doors to get inside to where the blade goes to. There is no blade plug. It does not come with a blade plug like any of the other ones. So that was something that I think that they fell short on as well. They should have had some sort of blade plug that went down inside there, that little tab that you could grab the tab and pull, and it would open all of these up to make it easier to get your blade in to this saber. I love the design of the opening like that, and having it to where you can do that, very similar to the way it was in the movie, but I think they fell a little bit short on that design. Okay, let's go ahead and put the blade in. We'll get our Jaymoo Blade in here and see what we get. I know you didn't hear it because I had it on I had the butt of it down on my leg. This particular saber's really only got these little bitty holes here, so if you cover this up at all, you're going to lose all the sound from it. So I mean, I wish they would have had more openings around or something like that for the sound to come out in, but I understand, you know, trying to keep it hidden to keep it looking more realistic. I can get that. It's a little difficult, you know, with this switch because it's recessed so far in to the handle to activate, but that's the activation. I love the pulsation that I get with this, and this is an energy pulse profile on the Jaymoo. Very loud. The speaker on this is really, really good. You get a lot of nice sound out of it. It is more sensitive than most of the Legacy Sabers, where you get some good sound, you know, and stuff from it. As you can see, I just put it on my desk, and that covers up the audio. You get all the audio is gone just about from it. Put it on my leg, it's gone. So it's the sound, like I said, if you cover this end up, you get little to no sound whatsoever. So that's what the Jaymoo, to show you the difference stock blade wise, because you don't get that pulsation. So let's look at with a stock blade from Galaxy's Edge, and you just get the solid yellow. You do get the sound, you know, sound font on it, and it sounds a lot. The sound font does sound a lot like the one from the movie when she activates it. Literally the one time we get to see it in the entire movie. I'm really hoping that they would. She would be back at some point in the movies to be able to actually see her use this particular saber. Now, this saber here, the end cap for the batteries down here, it's got a lot of threads on it to hold it in place. So, I mean, it's very good. And then you've got a very similar battery chassis to many of the other ones. This does use AAA batteries. You gotta definitely make sure, because it does go in pretty well, pretty far in there. Make sure to get it in there. This one here, this chassis has a lot of speaker holes. I don't know, let's see if we can angle it so you can see. There you go. There's a lot of speaker holes on this, so there's a lot more speaker holes on this particular one than any of the others. Now, this particular saber, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is the heaviest of the sabers that are out there. This one here comes in at a whopping 2 pounds and 8.6 ounces. And trust me, when you're holding this thing, you can tell this joker's got some weight to it. It definitely is not really, really light like your Obi-Wan. You can, I mean, if you have one of these, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I mean, you basically, if you take if you have an Obi-Wan and a Luke Skywalker, the original Skywalker that he has, or that he makes in Return of the Jedi, if you hold both of those together, that gets you close to the weight, or right at the weight that this one weighs by itself. It's got a lot of weight to it. However, with the way that the grip is made there, it holds very well in your hand. It feels good. It feels solid. Weight wise, it's pretty balanced, holding it in this manner on there. So all in all, I mean, I like the Saber. I just feel that Disney, you know, feels short on a number of different things. I think they could have done better. I really would have liked to have seen, you know, a rotator ring activation on here than just that little plastic switch that they put on it. But I mean, as far as a Legacy Saber, you know, it's what to be expected as far as, you know, for what you pay for. You know, it's not a $600 or $800 Profi board custom saber, you know, made by one of the companies out there that specialize in custom sabers that can do that kind of stuff. You know, Disney, they use the same chassis inside as far as electronics and stuff on pretty much all of these, just a different profile and different place that they put they mount the switch. So, all in all, I mean, I don't hate it. I don't dislike it at all. I like the Saber. It's just like I said, there's a couple little things that I think they fell short on. So, let me know what you think. Leave me comments down below, you know, as to what you feel, how you feel about the Saber. You know, do you like it? Do you not like it? You know, what are your feelings on the activation switches? You know, on this, you know, the weight compared to other ones. You know, how do you think Disney did on making this as movie accurate as they did compared to what we see in the film? You know, for the split few seconds that we get to actually see it. So, thanks again for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there below, the little bell notification, so you can see whenever I put new videos up. As well, if you're on Facebook, give me a like and a follow on there, so that way you can also see whenever I post new videos. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Thanks for your time. And as always, may the Force be with you.